The proper balance of sugar and salt was the key to perfect barbecue sauce. Of course, when it came to barbecue sauce, everybody had an opinion about the combination of acid, aromatics, fruit, and flavorings, the ineffable umami that made each bite so satisfying. But Margot Salton knew with utter certainty that it all started with sugar and salt. She'd even named her signature product after it, sugar and salt. This sauce was her superpower, her secret, her stock in trade. When she'd had nothing, no home, no education, no family, no means of support, she had created the powerful alchemy of flavors that made grown men moan with pleasure, cautious women ignore their diets, and skeptical foodies beg for more. She'd come a long way from the humble home-canned jars she'd started out with back in Texas. These days, a brand expert and designer had created the label and packaging, giving her a high-end, distinctive look. Today, she took special care to make sure the gift pack of samples was flawless, because everything was riding on today's meeting. And Margot knew the best calling card in the world was a sample. Today was the day. Today, her hopes were pinned on the ultimate goal, launching her own restaurant. The name of the place was Salt, a word that was as clean and simple as the substance itself. Painfully aware of the failure rate of restaurant startups, she'd done her due diligence and had tried not to make rookie mistakes. She had sought out gigs and had taken classes at City College. She had interned and externed and participated in pop-ups and competitive events to showcase her talents. She had learned the business from the back of the kitchen to the front of the house. It wasn't going to be easy. Nothing worth having was easy, so the saying went. She wondered why it had to be that way. Why couldn't a thing be easy and worth having? She had never worked harder in her life, and she'd never loved it more. The seemingly endless labor didn't daunt her. She'd taken care of herself her whole adult life, pulling herself up by the fingernails sometimes, determined to earn her place through her own actions. Now, after years of planning, conceptualizing, crunching numbers, and vacillating between euphoria and terror, she was ready. As she donned the recommended business casual attire, tailored black slacks, white silk blouse, fitted blazer, she was attacked by a hail of faltering nerves. She'd been down this road before, making her pitch to investors. Several private funding sources had already rejected her idea. The food is 5-star, but the concept is weak. The concept is strong, but the menu is lacking. The business plan fails to cover all bases. The meat is too salty. Not salty enough. We don't need Texas toast in California. Each rejection only hardened her determination. Maybe that was the hidden benefit of having survived the ordeal in Texas. If she could get through that, she could survive anything. Today was going to be different. A make-or-break meeting. She had to believe it. Her couture shoes, an epic thrift store find, were uncomfortable, but she had been advised to present herself as a polished professional to inspire confidence in her investors. No showboating. Business casual. Look the part, follow the rules. Margot stepped back and regarded herself in the mirror. Knife-sharp pleats in her slacks, blonde hair styled at a salon she could barely afford. "What do you think, Kevin?" she asked. Her handsome tabby cat yawned and groomed one of his paws. "I know," she said. "I feel like an imposter. Shitfire. I am an imposter." As soon as she'd settled in San Francisco, she had changed her name. The new identity fit her so well that sometimes she managed to forget about Margie Salinas entirely, as if that person were someone from middle school who had moved away between grades.